and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock the microphone because I get stupid, I mean outrageous. Stay away from me if you're contagious, cause I'm a winner, no not a loser. To be an MC is what I choose. Ladies love me, girls adore me, I mean even the ones who never saw me like
Hollywood, who in the hell threw that water on us? Man, that crap ain't funny. Just like you are, but you can't be cursing on the channel, man. Enjoy the video, guys. Enjoy the video. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hollywood Sports. Guys, before we get this video started, I want to do a shout out. Right out of the gate, I want to do a shout out for Sim Football Critic, guys. Sim Football Critic is an EA Sports game changer. He's a simulation player. He's a really important cog in the wheel in this community, guys. He has a lot of good videos, a lot of good input about Madden and video games in general, MLB The Show and 2K, guys. He has really good insight about what's going on in the community. I got his link down below for the 1 or 2% of you guys that maybe never heard of him, but I'm pretty sure most of you guys have. But just in case you haven't, his link is down below in my description, guys. Click on that link, get on over there to his channel and subscribe, guys. He has some valuable input and insight about games that we're dealing with. You know, Madden, 2K, MLB, you name it, we're dealing with it. He's got a great podcast show on every Thursday night. Guys, get over there, click on his link below. Get on over there to his channel and subscribe. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. And if you're watching this video, Sim, thank you, man, for the footage. Sim provided me with the footage that you see in the background of Madden NFL 18 on Frostbite, really exploiting the visuals, guys. But let's get into this video. I want to talk about my thoughts, basically my reaction about Madden NFL 18's gameplay footage, which a lot of people is waiting for. And one of the things I want to make a point of, guys, first of all, this is not going to be an excuse for EA, okay? I'm not giving excuses for EA. I'm giving you my real thought, guys. You know, somebody told me on Twitter yesterday, they said, well, day before, 2 days ago, now that the video is coming out, 2 days ago, they said, man, yeah, it's a food for thought when Hollywood's talking. You know he want to be a game changer. Guys, I'm not like that. I got integrity, man. I want to become a game changer, guys, but I'm not going to say stuff and sell out to become a game changer. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you guys my true feelings about the game. Of course I love the game, but I'm going to give you guys some food for thought. Okay? Just like that guy said, it's a food for thought, right? But ain't no food for thought when it comes to Hollywood, man. I'm straight up. I'm for real, man. I'm a real dude. Okay? I don't sell out and suck up to nobody. Not no other man. Okay? Now, I don't want to get on that soapbox, but anyway, let's talk about my thoughts, guys. First of all, there is no way you can judge this game by looking at it. You know, and we got to recognize some changes, guys. We can't do what we've always done when it comes to looking at a game and say, oh man, that's just like Madden 17. You know, people that say that, what is supposed to be different? What are you looking at that's supposed to be different about the game? What is supposed to be so different? When 2K comes out every year, if you turn down the sound, you're gonna say, man, that looks like NBA 2K17. You look at MLB The Show. If you turn the sound down, don't listen to nothing, just look at the game. You're gonna say, man, that looks just like last year's game. A lot of people say MLB can improve. Okay? When you look at FIFA 16 and 17, what really looked any different? You can say that about all games, guys. When you look at a game, you can say, hey, man, that looks like last year's game. Until you know the details. You have to know the details. We can't judge for what we see. You have to play the game. And I know some of you guys are saying right now, oh, man, you guys always say that. You always say you got to play the game first. You got to play the game first. But, guys, this is different. With Madden NFL 18, you will see the difference as soon as you get your hands on that controller, guys. It's a different game, okay? But I still want you guys to ask this question down in the comment. What is supposed to be different about Madden that you guys are saying looks like 17? What is supposed to be different about it? Okay? Okay, now, we have to understand that there's things that affect the gameplay. Okay? There's games that affect the gameplay. And the reason why I say you have to play the game is because, hey, Things are different now. There's different play styles, right? Play styles will affect the gameplay. Again, I'm not making excuses, guys, but these things you got to think about before you start complaining. And the reason why you have to play the game first. There's different play styles: arcade, competitive, and simulation. And I think I might have seen 2 videos with simulation. Most of them was competitive. I think I seen a couple of arcade videos, but guys, they make a difference in gameplay. Okay, so think about that before you criticize the game, saying the game don't do this, the game don't do that. Now the zones clearly don't work. The zones clearly don't work. They toned it down since EA Play. I can tell you that. They toned the zones down. They toned it down, guys. Okay, so let's just get that out of the gate right now. The zones were, those windows was tight, man. Those windows were tight. Well, anyway, I don't want to get off the subject. And you got to understand, what was the skill level of the gameplay? We don't know if they're playing rookie, pro, all pro, right? So all that affects the gameplay, guys. We don't know what those settings were when they went down to capture those gameplays, right? Most people probably didn't care. They just want to play some Madden. They want to play some Madden 18. So again, guys, there's no way you can judge how the game is or how good the game is if you haven't played it. People saying, "Oh, I can look at it and tell." No, you can't. Now with Madden 18, it's gonna feel totally different. And when you get up close to this game, you're gonna see that it's not the same game. Okay, all right, because there's skill levels, guys. Okay, you have to play the game before you make your judgments. After you play the game, especially during the EA access, when you can play the game early, then you can say, "Man, I spent 10 hours this game. This is how I feel about the game." Then you can do that. But you can't do it by just watching, guys. You got to play the game. Number 3, we don't know what the coaching adjustments was in the game. There's so many coaching adjustments. So many, right? And when we have the ratings working right now, the coaching adjustment affects the ratings on how they play, whether it's aggressive or conservative or balanced, right? So that affects gameplay, guys. Trust me, you gotta play the game first. Know what the adjustments are, because we have no clue what those adjustments are. And some people say, "Oh, adjustments don't matter." When the ratings count, adjustments do matter. The coaching adjustments do matter this year. Okay, when it's based on player ratings, it may affect the gameplay, guys. It's gonna affect the gameplay. Again, I'm not making any excuses for EA. Trust me. Okay, I want a great game too, but you have to play the game first. Okay, that's all I want to talk about right there, guys. You got to play the game before you make your final judgment. You can have your interpretation of what you think it might be, but you're gonna feel whatever you think it is now. You will feel totally different once you play the game and get that controller in your hand. The feel of the game will add to your feeling about the game. It will add to your feeling about the game once you play it. Now, let's talk about the game. As you can see behind me, guys, the visuals are beautiful. Frostbite made a difference in the visuals. Now, you can't say the visuals are like Madden 17. You can't do that, guys. If you do, you're blind. Not that you're blind that you can't see, and I don't mean to insult anybody, but you're blind because you have blindfolders over your eyes. You are so against Madden, you can't see anymore. The visuals are totally outstanding. And I'm pretty sure from years to come, they're going to get totally better. Man, and the wet, you can see the splashing of the water when their cleats hit the ground, all that kind of stuff. Now, there's also different body types in the game. It looks really good. The uniforms are fitting on the bodies a lot better. The uniforms are gripping the equipment, the shoulder pads, the knee pads, and the elbow pads, and things like that. The uniform is fitting a lot better on the player models, guys. The player models look a whole lot better. Now we're talking about visuals now. If you look at the crowd in the game, the reactions to big plays and plays in general, the crowd is spot on. You know, I think those are some of the things we miss, man. There's added commentary. There's a little bit of, it's not many animations, but I see new animations in the game, okay? But the crowd responses to the plays on the field are awesome. And the game sounds beautiful. The game sounds a lot better than Madden 17, guys. A lot better. The sounds of the game is really beautiful. And to me, Watching Madden 18, the game looks and sounds like an NFL game. It looks and sounds like an NFL game, guys. The commentary, the sound, even when you do a hit stick, there's sounds effects from the hit stick, guys. That wasn't in Madden 17. But guys, that's all I want to talk about. You really can't judge the game until you get your hands on it. I hope everybody gets a chance to do the EA Access, or just wait till the game comes out and then make your final decision. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. And as always, until next time, everybody, thanks for watching.